To IT Mate now. The George Floyd death and riots in downtown Indianapolis helped spark policing changes here in Indiana. The governor has signed a police reform bill into law. IT Mate's Richard Essex has been following this story and is downtown with those details. Richard.
After the riots this summer, I shot video of two protesters being hit by Indianapolis police officers for curfew violations. One lawmaker told me today that that was the tipping point for him for changing the use of force laws here in the state of Indiana.
Stop! We've got problems. We've got some serious problems. I mean, if those officers follow protocol, then we should all be concerned that that's the protocol. So for me, that was the impetus. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
State Senator Greg Taylor of Indianapolis is one of the sponsors of this new law that passed unanimously by both the Indiana House and Senate and signed by the governor. The new law requires all police to attend de-escalation training as part of their use of force curriculum. This applies to new recruits, current police officers, and command staff.
Where we actually sat down and said, all right, here's what we can do from a law enforcement standpoint to make everybody feel like law enforcement is doing the right thing.
Effective this summer, when the new law goes into effect, there will be limits on the use of chokeholds, and it will make it a crime for an officer to turn off body-worn cameras with the intent of concealing a crime.
We're going to give law enforcement agencies across the state information that they didn't have before when it comes to hiring a law enforcement officer, and we're going to do things that make sense from a standpoint of de-escalation training and cultural bias training.
IT Mate showed you IMPD's de-escalation training for new recruits and current officers. The department recently expanded the training earlier this year. Going forward across the state, the de-escalation training will be taught to new recruits and police instructors at the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy in Plainfield. To ensure the training is completed, lawmakers have put millions into this new law.
There was $70 million in that bill for the Law Enforcement Training Academy to get upgrades and new systems and things like that. So yes, there is funding for that.
This is the first substantial law passed by the General Assembly in years where not one single lawmaker voted against it. In downtown Indianapolis, Richard Essex, WishTV, WishTV.com, and follow us on Facebook.